Welcome back, podcast people. Haha, yo, check this out. Hey, what's up? Renee, you already know how it goes. Treto, your host. Renee from the other day. Haha.
I was planning on stopping you there, but you were really struggling, so I was gonna say nothing, and just let you struggle through it.
I was going for like awkward stand-up comedian, like first-time performer, you know?
Yeah, so like you're on stage, no one's laughing.
Yeah, did you feel it?
Yeah, you were fighting for your life.
I was dying. I was eating bag of dicks, as Joey says. What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of TretoWithOutARadio. You already know how it goes. I'm not that awkward. I'm just here.
I'm not that awkward. I'm just here.
We got Renee from the other day. And this is episode 1,000. Yeah.
Oh, shit. Episode 1,000.
We made it like that. No. Welcome back to another episode. Today we are definitely... I always like to overemphasize on today's episode, just because this is the point where they can leave right now. Like,
so you gotta reel them in now.
Yeah, reel them in, bro.
It's like when you're out fishing, and then you think it's a huge ass fish, like it's all bending the pole and stuff.
Right.
But then you pull it out, and it's like the little stupid little fish.
It's a little.
It's like the fish that you use to catch the other fish.
Right, like you forgot you hooked that fish.
So you didn't even catch anything.
I'm trying to hook you guys up right now. What's up, Renee? How you doing today, man?
Good. I mean, it sounds like we're going fishing.
It smells like we're going fishing.
Oh.
You know?
Hey, I told you you can't just leave fish out on the table like that.
Bro, we're going to cook it. We just need the oil and the stove. No.
We just need everything else, but I got a good deal on the fish.
I got a great deal. The guy said not to put it in ice.
No, he said put it in ice.
That's not what I heard. And he was talking Spanish. It was really fast.
Oh, one of those, like, have you ever noticed that?
What?
How, street vendors or Mexican street vendors, they always talk super fast.
Oh my God.
They get charged for how long you're being listened to or something?
Yeah, and if you don't respond right away, they get mad.
Yeah.
Like, oh yeah, you know, yeah, you know, I didn't know what to say.
He's Italian.
I didn't know what to say, so I didn't want to make it up. But you know what I'm saying? They're like, you either buy or you leave. Like, what are you doing?
Yeah, get off of my corner of the sidewalk.
Yeah. And then they always you're always their cousin, you know? Like, oh, you're primo, you know?
That's true. It builds a bond.
Yeah, you're always their cousin, amigo, you're always their friend.
Yeah. I hear the cousin one a lot.
Yeah. They always got the best sale.
Oh, they're true. They always tell you about how they're hooking you up with this deal.
Right. It's like, but you're telling everybody that.
Yeah. Like, I thought it was special. I thought it was the one.
Yeah.
No, you're like...
Well, no wonder he's mad, because you're falling in love with him.
Like, listen, man, I'm just trying to sell my oranges.
Thought we were buying fish.
Well, you need to season the fish, right? You put some orange on that.
Slice them up.
There you go.
Yeah. Yeah, I can never be a vendor, man. I could barely do this podcast. Imagine if I was trying to sell them stuff.
Imagine you're trying to sell for your livelihood.
Yeah.
Do you think they get super competitive too with their street corners?
I'm sure.
Bro, this is my corner. What the fuck are you doing on my corner?
Oh yeah, 100%. Especially if you're doing a street market and not like a flea market, but more like a street market. You know?
Yeah, what I'm saying? Like the street across from the street market.
Yeah,
across from the flea market.
Right.
You got to pay to get into the flea market to set up as a vendor. But if you're across the street, you could post up for free, and you got all the foot traffic from the people going to the place.
Yeah, you got your trunk open selling watermelon.
Yeah.
You know, if they sell the same products, they probably hate each other. But if one dude's selling fish, the other guy's selling, I don't know, pumpkin seeds. Oh, socks. Yeah. Yeah, they're best of friends.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Do you think they try to team up with people that benefit them? So if I'm selling socks and you're selling underwear, we should sell next to each other. You're like, bro, you buy a pair of socks, you get some underwear, you're good to go.
There you go. So, TretoWithOutARadio, socks and underwear coming soon is what we're saying. Look out for that.
Look out.
Yeah, that'd be cool, right?
Right, branded socks and branded underwear?
Yeah, that'd be dope.
It's like, yeah, are you wearing your Tretos? It's like, yeah, I got my Tretos on.
Right? Right before they get frisky,
That's not even...
That's the last thing they see.
It's like, hey,
take off those... Let's not call them Tretos, because that's weird.
Take off those Tretos.
No.
They're called Tretos.
Oh, nah.
Yeah, man. It's take off those Tretos.
And then, 9 months later, she's pregnant.
I thought you said you had a Renee. No.
No. We had. No, I told you, baby. We bought the Tretos. Like
we bought the Treto edition.
It's horrible, man. I'm someone's godfather right now. Like,
congratulations.
What a way to kick off a show, man. We got street vendors. We got baby making music.
We got the Treto underwear.
There's a first for everything, man.
There is.
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about, right? We're talking about firsts.
My transition game is tight this season, man.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
we'll see how that holds up. It's been 2 episodes.
I'm getting there, bro. I'm getting it. I took a nap today. I'm good.
You looked there was so much worry in your eyes when you said that.
Man, I know. As if you saw my Instagram live, you know that I took a nap today. Mm-hmm. So I want to let's talk about. I mean, we're talking about like first time for everything.
Yeah.
Have you ever taken a nap in a public place, like if you commute and you're on a train or something?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna ask. Does that count?
I remember the first time I took a nap on a train. Scariest thing of my life, dude. Like, I was so afraid that I was gonna miss my stop for one.
Okay, that's a big one.
Yeah, and then like, I guess to give them more information, like background, I was on the train coming back from O'Hare, the airport.
Okay.
Which is the blue line, which is already sketchy, right?
Right, and you were at this point you were still heading toward the city, right?
Yeah. No. Well. Yeah.
Yeah. Well. No. But yeah.
Well, I'm trying to remember. Yeah. So the reason I was on the train was because I missed my flight to go to California.
Okay.
About California? No.
And right back to this.
So I missed my flight, took the train, came back to town, and this was all like at 5, 6 in the morning.
Okay.
So I fell asleep somewhere around like, what's that town over there? Melrose? Not Melrose.
Melrose Park? Montrose?
No. The beach? No. You know, where they got all the casinos and stuff? Rosemont. Yeah, I fell asleep over there. By the time I woke up, we were like in the city.
Oh, shit.
And then I was like, okay, cool. I still got time. Fell asleep again. By the time I woke up, I was like literally 2 stops after where I was supposed to get off.
Nice.
Over here by like Harlem.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was scary, bro. Like, never again am I taking a nap on a public transportation. Yeah.
No, you just gotta plan it out, I guess. Or I don't know, you get a feel for it after a while. Like, cause when I would commute, I would fall asleep on the train all the time, like on the way to work and on the way back. On the way back, it was easy because it was the last stop.
Oh, true.
You know, but on the way to work, it mattered because if I fell asleep too much, I'd be right back where I started.
Oh, wow.
So,
because it's one loop.
Yeah, because it's the pink line. And so it starts in one place and it goes to the loop in Chicago, does the loop, and then comes right back where it started.
Yeah.
So if I messed up and fell asleep, I might go to sleep and wake up at the same place.
Like an hour later.
Yeah, like an hour later, though.
You just wasted an hour, but it's okay. You're safe.
At least you got a good nap in.
You know what's crazy? As much as we complain about our transportation system, like our CTA, compared to like New York's or like other towns, it's not that bad. You know?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I have no idea what LA's public transport is like because we did the scooters everywhere.
Oh, okay.
And I've never been to New York, so I thought their subway system was like...
Oh, it's horrible.
Oh.
Well, I mean, it's cool. Like, there's a lot of like entertainment, but
yeah,
their system is so like jacked. Like, so here we got color-based, right? Trains. Over there, it's like you got to take the M to like the 7, get off on the R train, go uptown to like the L, and
so
jump over before you get hit by the Q. You know, like it's so awkward. Like,
so they got numbers and letters.
Yeah, okay. And then I don't even know how they run, or like I just know that like if you get on the wrong train, chances are you're fucked. Like your whole thing is you're better off waiting in traffic. You know?
Wow, so that's saying a lot.
Yeah, but I guess Chicago's pretty cool.
I never had a bad time falling asleep on the train. I never missed my stop or anything like that.
Really?
I guess because I never feel like asleep. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, like in the mornings when you wake up, like 10 minutes before your alarm goes off and you close your eyes again and like you're trying to sleep, but you know the alarm's going to go off.
Right.
So like you're kind of like half asleep, half awake.
you're still alert.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of sleep I would do on the trains. I would never actually like completely knock out, you know?
Okay. How do you control that? Because I tried to do it and I was just like
you were done. Yeah.
Zombie mode, yeah.
I guess, I don't know. When you're like super tired, you know, you're just going to knock out, like no matter what.
Yeah. That's probably what happened.
Yeah. So you were just super, super tired.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, good shit. Yeah.
So is that the first public place that you fell asleep in? Or?
Yeah, first and only.
First and only.
Yeah.
Never again.
Never again. It was terrifying.
No, yeah. I've almost fallen asleep in a handful of places. I've almost fallen asleep at a Bulls game.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that was great.
Was this before or after D-Rose era?
This was after Derrick Rose.
Yeah, that's horrible.
So what if I said it was better before?
That still would have been pretty bad. Wait, so was it the game was really boring?
No, it was a great game. I was just tired.
The seats were just comfortable.
Yeah, they were really good. I don't know what they got going at the United Center, but those seats, top notch.
So, were you like doing the whole math class, like head bob?
Oh, I was past that already.
Ooh, I hate that feeling, bro. When you got the head bob going, you
Yeah.
can't fight it. You're just like, fuck.
That's the worst.
Yeah.
What's do you remember when the first time you fell asleep in a class was?
No, but it probably happened a lot. It didn't really happen in high school. It was more like a middle school thing.
Oh shit!
Yeah, like
I wasn't expecting that.
Yeah, because we used to stay up, play video games and shit. Like,
right.
Yeah, we were dumb, and then.
How do you fall asleep in middle school class though?
Because we didn't have to move. Well, no. Well, actually, it wasn't even middle school. Then it was like.
Oh my god! I swear to God.
Before middle school, you remember when like you had one class and like you didn't really move? It was like, okay, now we're doing math, now we're doing English.
Right.
Bro, I slept through like 3 subjects.
How is that even possible though? You got the teacher staring right at you the whole time.
No, it was great. Yeah, I sat in the back. I remember I did one of these, like, you know. Then when I woke up,
you were dabbing.
Yeah, when I woke up, all right, I don't care. I had drool on the desk, so I was like,
damn,
out cold, bro.
I didn't even think that was possible.
But I remember that the reason it stuck with me is because she didn't just wake me up. Like, she wasn't like, Treto, wake up.
Yeah.
She kind of like woke me up or like tried to wake me up, sat there, the whole class stared at me, right? And made an example on why you shouldn't fall asleep.
You're right.
So then when I was like coming to, I look up and everyone's looking at me like I'm the star of the show, right?
Right.
And then she had her arms crossed and she's like, and this is exactly, like this is why. And then I was like, oh, what? Like, oh, good, like 24, like, even though we're doing like social studies.
Yeah, you're like doing geography.
Yeah, like it was bad. That's why maybe I had trauma and I don't sleep in public places.
Damn it, bro! Yeah. I never even considered that. Like, that's amazing.
It was bad. There was that. I remember the first time I got a stain on my shirt in middle school.
Bro, that's traumatizing.
End of the world, bro.
Yeah, we had our uniform was white polos.
White polos, yeah.
So that stained like there was no tomorrow.
Oh, it was a big blob, bro. We're talking like, it was chocolate milk.
Oh, bro, that's the worst.
Nah.
Now you can't even talk to anybody because you're just a kid with a big ass chocolate milk stain.
No one wants to talk to chocolate milk fucking Steve.
Yeah.
I'm referring to... That's going to be my nickname for the rest of the season.
Apparently.
Yeah, like, dude, big old stain, right? And, like, I can't hide it. Like, my book bag straps are here.
Yeah.
Chocolate stain here. I was a chubby kid, so I had little man boobs going, You
don't even have an ID yet?
No idea.
Try to put it over the stain?
Nothing. That was the first time I was embarrassed in school.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it was horrible.
I remember that though. How like one time I got a stain at lunch, but I was so happy because it landed like right here.
Ooh,
and it was like right where my ID goes.
Oh, it was all perfect.
So it was perfect.
Damn.
I just had to make sure my ID stayed right here.
Well, you're just walking. You didn't even swing it.
Basically.
Oh wow.
Oh my god. But yeah, like you would get stains of like milk and like fucking chips and like everything. The whole fucking world.
Yeah, it was bad. There was a lot of firsts in middle school. Like, can we switch up? Can we do some positives? Like,
No. Keep on talking about why your life's terrible. No.
Well, I remember my first fight, man.
Ooh, in middle school?
Yeah. It was more of a punch, we didn't do it type of thing. Like, okay, so this is a kid, right? He's a jerk. I know who you are. No, his name was Jose too, ironically.
There could only be one.
Yeah, no, so check this out. So we're in...
so you probably lost, huh, Treto?
No, what?
There can only be one Jose, and you go by Treto. Bro, how hard did you lose?
Oh my god, I had to switch up my whole name. Like, no one ever thought of calling me Treto, right? Like, this is why my name is my last name.
I'm sorry, man.
The truth comes out.
So you and real Jose were fighting.
Me and the real Jose were fighting. We were on the playground, like, during recess. And this is when, like, they had, like, lunch ladies, like, pretty much just, like, literal, like, Mexican moms running around telling you not to, like, touch girls and stuff, you know? So we were fighting, and I don't remember why we were fighting. I just remember it lasted, like, 10 seconds. So, like, he was talking shit, I was talking shit. I might have punched him first. I don't know, there was an exchange of fists.
Okay.
But it wasn't, like, blows. It was just, like, you know, like, it was, like, the very minimum.
Yeah.
We spent more time hiding from the lunch ladies than we did actually fighting.
Nice.
Because as soon as, like, the commotion stirred up, we ran. I was hiding, he was hiding. I don't remember what happened, but I remember we both were put into the detention office or whatever, the principal's office. And we both felt really bad. And we were like, you know what, this is stupid. Like, I'm never fighting again.
Yeah.
And then he was like, you're right, man. Like, I don't even know you. Like, you know, like... And I was like, yeah, bro, like, why did we fight? And we both, like, before we talked to the principal, we both agreed that it was the dumbest shit.
Yeah.
And we were like, this is dumb. Like, this is not us. You know? Like,
this isn't me.
Right.
I'm a good noodle.
You know, you be Jose, I'll be Treto. Like, you know, we shook on it.
Everyone wins.
It was so stupid, bro. And that was my first fight ever. Like, it wasn't even a fight. But according, like, if you ask my girlfriend, I beat the shit out of that Jose.
Oh, shit.
I was like...
You beat him up. You beat him up so bad that you didn't even want the name anymore.
Yeah, you could have it. And I spit on him while he was on the ground, you know?
Damn, bro, you're cool. No.
But yeah, it was, I mean, there's a first for everything. Did you ever, like, fight in school?
No, I
Good.
No. I never lightly tapped my hand against somebody.
Right. It didn't even hurt. Like,
it didn't even hurt.
It was just like you know, like that SpongeBob episode where, like, he's getting punched by, like...
Oh, he's getting punched by, like, the big-ass green fish?
Yeah, like the bully.
Yeah.
And since he's a sponge, he's just taking him.
It just tickles him?
Yeah, that was it. Yeah, so that was the first. I guess, do you remember, like, your first, like, crush or, like, your first, like, little girlfriend in middle school? Or not even middle school, it could be anything, really.
That's a good question.
Ooh, that was deep as fuck. We went from... All right, enough about me. No, let's talk about your love life.
Right? No, I don't really remember. Like, I can't pinpoint, like, the first time where I was like, oh, this girl, I like this girl.
Yeah.
Damn, do you remember that? Is that
I do, actually. I do. No, it's all, like, suppressed, like, middle school memories. Bro.
I know, man. You wanna...
And this is, like, I went to a school before I met you guys.
Yeah. So,
I'm talking, like, kindergarten through, like, 5th grade.
Yeah.
I had a whole different group of friends and stuff. I remember, I don't remember her name or anything like that, but I remember telling one of the kids from my class that I liked this girl, right?
Right.
So he's like, oh, it's cool, man. I got you. Like, you know, I'll talk to her for you. And I was like, nah, get out of here. Yeah. You know, like, I was all shy. I don't know what happened, but towards the end of the day, she knew. She started giggling and shit.
Big ass letters on the chalkboard.
Treto loves you.
Treto loves you. Formerly Jose.
Right? AKA Chocolate Milk Guy.
Wow. AKA Chocolate Thunder.
Yeah. Ooh, okay.
Yeah, that was your nickname?
Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I was chugging chocolate milk at lunch.
You were the kid who would buy 2 milks?
Ooh.
That kid was fucking doing it.
That kid had extra 10 cents.
No, so she found out by the end of the day?
Yeah, and it was, dude, like, the world came down, and I was so embarrassed, and, like, I don't know, like, I guess the kid that I told, I was like, dude, what the fuck? And then he's like, it's cool, man, like, you guys are dating now, and I was like, no, like, I'm not ready for this. Now. What is my mom gonna say, you know, like, I was more nervous of my parents finding out, like, instead of actually talking to this girl. So there was, there was a whole bunch of shit. Like, I don't know. There's, I remember the first time, like, do you remember the first time, like, a friend or, like, a schoolmate comes to your house?
Yeah.
Well, how was that? What were you guys doing? Or?
I went over to somebody's house. They lived across the street from me. This was, I'm trying to figure it out. I want to say in 4th grade.
Okay.
And
was that like the coolest shit?
Yeah. No. Right. No, I don't actually even remember what we did. I remember going over and leaving. I don't really remember anything in between.
All right, well, I'm here.
All right. Nice place. See ya.
Wow, you're just there to analyze.
Yeah, I remember he lived on the top floor. It was like a triplex.
Mm-hmm.
So, you would enter through the main door and then go up the stairs, and then that's the one he lived in. But I don't remember what we did.
Wow, that's
And I think the dude's name was Ruben.
Oh yeah, shout out to Ruben from the 3rd floor.
Ruben from the 3rd floor.
Damn, that's cool.
But I don't remember for the life of me what we did.
Do you remember your first time playing Halo? Like your very first time?
Very first time playing Halo?
Yeah. See, it's kind of hard remembering your very first time, right?
I don't. Do you remember the first time you played Halo?
I do, actually, yeah. It was like the coolest shit. It was right around Halo 2 was about to drop. Okay. We're still playing Halo 1. It was like a Slayer game. My brother was playing it. And he used to play with his friends. And I remember because, what is it? It was Battle Creek or whatever the hell that...
Yeah, I think it was Battle Creek
or Beaver Creek.
It might have been Beaver in the first
Creek.
one.
Yeah, and I thought, damn, this is so cool. Like, you have your own little house. Like, yeah, you got your own little house, like, these guns. And then, and then I remember the map where it was like a big old, like, room. And it was super big, like, factory. And then in the middle... Anyway, so the point is, I just remember playing Halo, like, playing Slayer.
No, I don't remember the first time that I played Halo. One of the first times that I do remember, I was at Abel's house, and we were playing Halo 2.
Shout out to Gaming with Abel. Mm-hmm.
But I don't know if that was the first time I ever played Halo or not.
I remember you used to suck at Halo really bad.
Oh, all right, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. No,
listen up, everybody.
This dyslexic ass. No.
The first time.
I was
dyslexic, bro.
So, to really quickly recap that story, in Halo 3, they had a feature where it basically recorded all the games that you would play. So if you played a match, you could go and then watch the replay of that match. And you can move around and follow different people, look from different angles and stuff. And so we were playing a 2-on-2 match. Myself and Trader were on the same team against Abel and somebody else. And it was first to 25 kills. And I think it was like tied. It was like 24-24, and Abel and Trader were face to face. They were shooting at each other. So whoever killed the other person would win the game. And there's Trader shooting. And eventually Abel kills him. He literally runs up in front of you and just hits you.
Well, I'm doing all of this.
Yeah, well, you're doing the most trying to hit him. And like, bro, what happened? And Trader's like, no, I hit him. He didn't die.
There was a glitch in the game, all right?
And so we went right after that and played it back, went through the whole match and went to that last spot and watched it from Trader's perspective. And every time he fired, he perfectly missed Abel. So you would see like 3 shots go to over here, 3 shots over here. There was a point where he shot in between the character's legs.
What?
And just perfectly missed every shot.
Maybe I was that good that I didn't want the match to end, right?
And so we were just like making fun of Trado, and the first thing he said is like, "Wow, guys, I'm dyslexic." Like, that doesn't even apply here.
Yeah, I'm dyslexic, bro. I can't aim. I can't shoot.
I can't shoot. I'm dyslexic, guys. Come on.
Nothing to do with it.
Oh man, that was a really good, memorable moment. There was one first that I was going to ask you about, because I know it was one of the ones that I wrote down.
Nice.
Do you remember getting your first paycheck?
Ooh, that's a good one. I remember always thinking my first paycheck I'm gonna give it to my mom. I don't remember if I gave it to her necessarily.
Oh, you probably didn't.
Hell. Man, no. I knew for sure that it was less than. It had to be less than like $300. It was probably like we're talking like 200 max.
Okay.
But it was for the summer job I was guarding. Yeah, it was like the best feeling of getting that check. I didn't even have a checking account to be honest.
So did they give it to you like in an envelope? Like you got the actual physical check? Yeah,
like my name's on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, my first check, like $200. And it was like, damn, I'm rich. Like this is it. Like you know,
I made it.
I think I even a bunch of us went to so back then they would cash your check and take out like a percentage if you didn't have a yeah, you know, like we would go to the bank.
They still do that.
Do they really?
Yeah, you just have a bank account now.
I know, so I just never use that again. Yeah. So I remember doing that for sure, and then they took out like $10 or whatever.
Yeah. Do you remember what you did with the check, or like what you bought with that first check?
I'm pretty sure we blew it on Coke and Doritos. No.
Oh,
Pepsi? No. No, I honestly don't. But I want to say it was probably something food related for sure.
Probably.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
No,
but it was like a summer, like the beginning of summer. I'm rich. This is supposed to be the best summer in the world.
First check ever. Yeah, I remember. So I talked about it a little bit on the last episode. My first job was being the summer camp counselor.
All right.
And I started like a week into the program, or like a week or two into the program.
Oh, like it had started already?
It had already started. And that's why they had like counselors drop out or counselors quit or whatever. And that's why they needed to pick up some new people.
Okay.
And that's where I came in. And I remember that I came in the day before. I think like my first day was on a Thursday.
Okay.
And they got their checks on Friday.
Ooh.
So I didn't get a check that week. And so I had to wait a whole cycle, you know?
Ooh, damn.
To get a check.
But it was going to be a good ass check though.
And then it was delayed too. So it was like 3 weeks later when I got my check.
At any point did you feel like, why the hell am I working on this?
There was a point where I was like, I haven't gotten paid yet. I've been here for 3 weeks.
Oh, shit.
But then I got the check.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was like 80 plus hours because I had worked that Thursday and the Friday before. So they put that into that same check.
You got that overtime going?
All right. So when I looked at it, they gave it to me in the fucking envelope and all that. Mm-hmm. And it was just amazing. I was just looking at it. I was like, this is why I've been here. Like,
it's worth it.
I was so happy. And so I opened a bank account.
Nice. As you should, like as I should have.
As you should have. That 10%, man.
It'll get you.
It'll get you. Opened a bank account at the local Jewel. You know, that TCF.
Which you probably still have.
Which I still have to this day.
Bro, I still have the same bank account.
It works.
I mean, there's nothing wrong with it. Yeah,
it's fine.
It's a bank account. What are you gonna do?
You put your money in there.
Yeah. You know?
And so I remember opening the bank account and taking out, I don't know, it was like $80, I think, in cash. I spent it in like a day.
So, what you guys want? I got it.
But I do remember one of the first things I bought was I went to the mall, to North Riverside Mall. Went into JCPenney and bought a couple t-shirts.
Nice.
Like a boss.
Fresh ass tees from JCPenney.
Fresh ass tees.
Panty droppers.
And I remember those were the next 2 days of work. I wore those 2 t-shirts.
Hell yeah.
Because, you know, I just bought it. Like, it was cool. And it was cool because up until like last week, I still had both of the t-shirts.
Oh, wow. Okay.
And I got rid of one of them. It was, you might have seen it at some point over the last 8 years. Right?
Probably, no.
It was a red shirt. It said, it was the McDonald's logo, but it said McAwesome.
You know, it's funny. I do remember. Yeah, that's actually. I remember thinking, "Damn, it's a cool ass T-shirt." Yeah,
it was a great T-shirt.
Yeah,
awesome. It didn't hold up after almost 10 years though.
Damn, started fading out. Yeah,
so I got rid of that one, and then the other one I bought was like a black one with an orange circle, and it had like some weird. I was gonna wear it today, and I completely forgot.
Okay,
but I still have that one, so I'll try to wear that for the next episode.
Yeah, that's cool, man.
I remember doing that, and then. I don't know, those shirts were like maybe $20, like together. Mm-hmm. And then I spent the rest on food or so. I don't know where it went, but
right.
I remember looking and I had like $3 left.
You know, I have this conversation with my buddy Juan all the time where we look back and it's like, dude, what did we do with our money before like we would go out and like drink or like go to the bars or like you know, go out. It's like, bro, we would go out, eat, maybe catch a movie, like if it was like a Friday. And then even then it's like we could have saved all that money, bro. Like, we didn't have to, like, ball out on, like, lunch and shit.
Nah, you know, you had to.
That's so dumb. Like, when you're, like, in the middle of the summer, you don't even care about, like, you know, you're like, oh, I get paid tomorrow. Like, let me go ahead and spend this $40. And it's like, if we would have saved all that money from the time we were, like, sophomores in high school to, like, whenever, we probably would have racked up a good, like, $50,000.
Would you, though? Really think about those checks.
Like if you saved every single penny.
Okay. I still don't think so.
No?
If you saved every penny that you made, or just since then till now, or
no. I'm talking about just for that summer job.
In the summer job.
Yeah.
No way.
I think so.
There's no way.
And there had to be.
No. Think about it.
50,000.
You're gonna make 50,000 working summers at a minimum wage job.
Well, yeah, because then we became like managers, and then we got like raises and shit.
Okay, so that's
and then we became like swim instructors, and then we got like odd summer lifeguarding jobs.
I thought you meant just as a lifeguard.
Oh no,
in high school. I was like, there's no way.
Well, even then, like, because then when high school started, we started working at the YMCA.
Okay.
So then that's like an additional income throughout those whatever.
Let me put it this way: did you report taxes those years?
Yeah.
All right.
Well, hey, IRS here. What's up? No. Yeah, but
if you reported taxes, I'll believe that you could have gotten the 50,000.
You know what? I'm gonna look for my old W-2s and I'm gonna write them up. All right, so I got a W-2 from 2008.
2008 W-2 right here, 50,000 out. Wait,
no. Oh shit, that 1 year.
Does that make you feel better or worse?
Oh, worse. It's like, dude, what the hell? Like,
what'd you do?
I don't know. No, I'll burn it up. Yeah, man, there's a lot of firsts. Like, a lot of people don't like, you know what's funny? A lot of people don't like going down memory lane. Like, they'll be like, dude, that's in the past. Like, let it go. But it's like, I like to think about the first time I don't know, did something random or like, have you ever met one of those people?
Who just don't, I don't think so. That like, completely don't want to talk about the past?
Well, like certain parts. Like say we're talking about high school.
And they don't want to talk about high school?
Yeah, or like they'll be like, oh, I don't want to like talk to or see someone from high school. Shit like that.
Oh, well then that just means they're unhappy with who they were during that time.
Yeah.
Like that's their problem.
I liked who I was in high school.
No.
Wow. Hey, chocolate milk guy. That's the chocolate milk guy. Let it go, man. That transfer school stuff.
Yeah. You were spilling so much milk. You know how many white shirts you went through?
Dude, it's like a senior year, last day of regular class, and I'm there at lunch, slowly like, no.
And then like from across the lunchroom, hey, you're the chocolate milk kid.
The chocolate milk kid.
I knew you were here.
People started throwing shit. I had to skip my graduation.
You couldn't walk on stage?
Nah.
Not because they stopped you. You were just too embarrassed.
Senior prank, everyone bought chocolate milk and poured it on me. I thought we were going to let a chicken loose. No. Plan B.
You're holding the chicken. The chicken's getting chocolate milk on it too.
Chicken's looking at me like, you mother...
You knew this was going to happen. That's another thing. Do you remember... and this isn't necessarily a first, but I was thinking about it on the way here. Do you remember where your locker was in high school?
Ooh. Like, which year? Because
any of the years.
Actually, yeah, I do. And it was always in a very super far from my class, like my homeroom, you know? Like, it was never like, oh, conveniently placed.
Right.
Yeah, I remember that. I remember the people around my locker for sure.
Well, those stay the same.
Yeah, consistent throughout the 4 years.
Yeah, but no, I was trying to think about it, and I did a good job. Like, I remember where my lockers were my freshman year, and I remember where it was my sophomore year. And I say where they were in my freshman, because I had 2 lockers my freshman year.
Oh, what the hell?
Yeah, it was great.
How'd you get 2 lockers?
So you know how in the freshman center they had like they called them clusters, and each of them was colored. So there was like
houses.
Yeah, a house. Yeah, that's what it was. Gold house, a red house, a blue house, and a green.
Green, yeah.
And then they had that on every floor.
Right.
So it was like red 1, red 2, red 3, or whatever.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
So when I first started, I was on the 2nd floor in the gold house.
Oh, yeah.
And then halfway through, I got moved to the 1st floor of the maroon house.
Oh,
but
awkward.
They never reassigned the locker in the gold house. So I could still use it. So I knew the combination and nobody was using the locker. Yeah. So I would just open it up. Because I had classes in both of those houses. Yeah. So it made sense. Like, I'll just leave my stuff for the class that's up here and here, and I'll leave my other stuff down there. Yeah. So I never had to carry anything back and forth, you know?
I remember I was in blue house 2nd floor, and then I had like a random math class across the hall with whoever house that was. Like a yellow.
I want to say it was green.
Was it green?
I want to say it was green.
So I had a
If you were in the greenhouse, let us know.
Yeah. Drop a comment if you were in the greenhouse, the freshman center. But so this math class, I didn't know anybody because I was never in that.
Right, you're in the other house.
Some of the coolest people I ever met were in that class. Yeah, it was pretty cool. Also, do you remember hating teachers?
No, not really.
No? Did you ever hate a teacher?
Like hate, I guess define the kind of hate.
As in, I'm going to risk it all and like punch this guy in the throat and see what happens.
Oh, no.
No? Okay.
No. No. What teacher did you hate so much?
Shout out to Mr. No. I remember I hated my French teacher. Oh, dude.
That's your fault for taking French.
Mr. Oblage or whatever the hell his name was.
Oh, just a name like that.
Yeah, he was worse. And then, like, he would assign French names throughout the semester. So, like, my name was Jean-Philippe. Like, what? Bitch,
I'm Treto.
Exactly. Like,
I had to fight a kid last time. You want to fight?
And then the 2nd semester, I switched out because I didn't like him. Yeah. I got this other French teacher. Her name was like Miss whatever. And she's like, no, you guys need to call me Madame Mazel or whatever. And I was like, listen, bitch, this is no Disney movie, right? Like, you're Miss Martinez, all right? Like, Madame my ass, like, you know? So then I didn't like her. Maybe it's just a French thing. I don't know.
Maybe. Because I didn't like my Spanish teacher, and then I just stopped taking Spanish.
Oh, maybe I should have done that.
It was great.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, 2 years of a language my ass.
Do you remember your first crush on a teacher?
I know you do. I remember yours.
Nah, what?
Let me think. I didn't have very attractive teachers. Like, no offense.
What? Any teachers listening to this?
Any teachers listening.
You're right. We always had, like, old stumpy ladies. You know, like, it was never, like, she was never under 30 or, like 40.
Teachers that had been teaching since, like, the 80s.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
She had a breathing machine?
I think and this is going to sound weird, but stay with me here. The teacher that I had in 5th grade, I saw her again when I was a freshman in high school. And she was still attractive then. So I imagine she was really hot when I was in 5th grade. I just didn't realize it.
Yeah, because those, like, 3 or 4 years that had passed, like, nothing, like...
Yeah, and she still looked... Like, I thought she looked great.
Okay.
So I imagine she looked even better back then.
Yeah.
And other than that, I can't really think of any other teacher that I had that stands out that was, like, under 30.
Yeah. Did you, at one point in your adolescence, did you ever think that teachers lived at the school? Or is that just like me?
I think that was just you, man. You were weird.
No, they lived at the sleep. They don't have regular lives. What is this?
It did get weirder though, thinking about teachers like after the fact, like thinking about teachers now. You know?
Oh yeah, like I have friends that are teachers.
Yeah, and we talked about this a little bit because it's really weird to think. You know, like that teacher who stood there while you were sleeping. You know, she could have been like your age now. And like, can you imagine like an 8-year-old kid there, like this motherfucker's sleeping. Like,
I'm gonna embarrass the shit out of him.
Yeah. Like all this shit that I have to do, and he's just gonna sleep.
Right.
Like I can imagine like them going out to the bar with like their teacher friends or like her friends. You know, it's like let me tell you about this kid in my class today.
Man. They call him the chocolate milk guy.
Yeah, he used to be named Jose, and then he got into a fight and he lost. So now he goes by Treto.
Man. So like I was the laughing stock of the bar. Like they took a shot because
they took a shot of you. Yeah.
Right.
So that does trip me out still to this day. But that was cool. I did have like did you have like your first teacher that you saw as less of a teacher or like who you were like friends with?
Yeah, actually. There was this cool ass my freshman or sophomore year in high school. There was this cool ass I want to say it was English or history. And
they usually are.
He was he was a Hispanic young guy, fresh out of the Marines.
Okay. Yeah,
so he was really cool, and he would tell us straight up, like, "Yo, man, like, you know, like whatever you're doing, like it's not working, like, because I'm pretty sure I had a bad grade in this class or something like that."
Yeah.
And then like one time he made me stay after class, and he's like, "Oh, I want to show a movie. Whoever wants to stay, I'll give extra credit, but I really want to show this movie." All right. It's actually one of my favorite movies still this day. It's called Higher Learning.
Higher Learning? Never heard of it.
So it's about this this black kid that goes to college off of scholarship for track and field.
Okay.
Pretty much it's like a racial thing, and there's like white supremacists, and then somebody dies and stuff. But it's really cool, and I remember him showing us that. He's like, yeah, you know, like in this world, it's not going to be like perfect once you leave high school. Like if you go to college and you get like bullied because of your like color, like he was cool as fuck.
Yeah.
And I remember like once we left and summer was around the corner, I remember thinking like, damn, I hope I get him next year.
Yeah.
And then I didn't.
He was gone.
And then the year after that, he transferred out to Argo. And then I remember like this happened like 2014. I happened to be in that area, and I went to like a festival or something like that. They probably had like a carnival, and he was there.
Nice.
So I was like, oh shit, I gotta go say hi, you know? And he was really cool, and like he remembered and stuff. And like, yeah, that was like the first time I ever like thought like a teacher was really cool.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool. Probably had a shitload of duns too.
Mm-hmm. No wonder you listened.
Right?
No. He got the fucking Glock in his Rari.
17 shots, no 38.
Mm-hmm. No, I remember the first teacher that I felt like I was. Well, I actually got lucky on that part. So I didn't have any young, attractive female teachers, but I had a lot of younger guy teachers that was really cool.
Yeah,
so that was cool because my chemistry teacher, this was my junior year, I believe. He yeah, that makes sense. Chemistry junior year. Yeah.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about.
What was his name?
The white guy?
The white dude, yeah. He was on the 4th floor.
He was like super young.
Felicetti, I think it was.
Yeah.
And he was really cool. Like I played Halo with him on Xbox Live.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn, that's dope.
It was funny too because I forgot how it came up, but then like I asked him for his gamer tag so I could add him, and he's like, "All right, well I'm gonna give you my gamer tag, but when you message me and if we play together, anytime we talk, you can't mention that I'm your teacher. Like, you know, you can't say
you can't fuck it up for him."
Yeah, but like it was so funny because
so you had a high school scandal.
Wow,
you had a high school scandal with a teacher,
and but it was really funny too because like he wasn't concerned with like the school or anything. Okay. But he lived with his girlfriend, and he was like, "Yeah, my girlfriend really hates. Apparently, she hates that I play with my students. So, like, because I didn't think it was a big deal at first,
right?
And one day she heard me playing with some people, and I was like, "Oh, you know, yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow." And then she asked, like, "What do you mean you're gonna see them tomorrow? You're gonna be at work all day, or something like that? You know, like, oh, we have plans after work. When are you gonna see these guys?" And he's like, oh, no, they're my students. I see them in class. And apparently she, like, flipped the shit on him.
Oh, well, that's kind of creepy. I mean,
yeah. And so that's why he's like, yeah, you can't say any of that because then my girlfriend's going to flip. And, like,
not even, like, the board district, like, the school district, like, my girlfriend's going to trip.
Yeah. And it was so funny. So
was he any good?
Yeah, he was good. Like, all he did was he would teach, go home, and start playing. Like, anytime I got on, he was online.
Oh, shit.
It was amazing.
I think at that point it's like, hey, did you do the homework for it?
Hey man, I've been waiting for you to grade this test for months. So he was really cool. And then my sophomore and junior year. Was it? Sophomore, junior year? It was either my sophomore, junior year, or it was my junior year and senior year.
Okay.
I had the same math teacher both of those years. And he also was like, he had just graduated, you know, like this was his first and second year teaching.
Right.
And so he was really cool. It was like another just generic looking white dude, but he was really into basketball. So we would always talk about basketball and like we would talk about the Bulls because, you know, this was like prime D Rose. Like they had Carlos Boozer.
Ooh, nice. Yeah.
And so like at the end of near the end of the school year when the playoffs were starting, we would talk and like, oh, you know, this is why I think it's going to make it. Like they're going to beat whatever.
So schoolwork.
Completely not, just completely non-schoolwork. So like sometimes I would like stay, it was my last class of the day, so I would stay there and like we would talk about basketball and shit like that. Mm-hmm. And it was just really funny. So I had those two teachers it was really cool to like, you know, they were people. This is why I didn't think teachers lived in school.
Well, I did. I never.
This fucker didn't have an Xbox in there.
Well, he should have. No. Yeah, no, I did. Actually, come to think of it, there was one teacher that would, I remember him bringing his Xbox after school. Oh, it's nice. Like if you hit a certain grade point average, you could play with him after school, yeah.
That's kind of cool.
Yeah, this is like freshman, sophomore year. Anyway, but yeah, no, teachers lived in school. That's it. Other than that, I guess there's a lot of like, first, like when you're growing up that you don't even think about, and now you're like, damn, that was dumb.
Yeah, like that's the first time this happened.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah, like I mean, there's like the traditional like first kiss or like your first time like getting in trouble or like your first time, I don't know, sneaking out, you know, stuff like that. Uh-huh. Do you remember like your first time like riding in a car with nothing but your friends, like no parental
advisory?
Yeah.
Well, then just riding in the car or that I was driving?
No, like
you're riding in the car, you were driving.
Oh shit, bro! Oh shit! Where are we going?
Probably home.
Was it the 3-door
ride? We were
ride?
Probably going to practice.
Goddamn! What's up? Okay. I remember mine was a little sketch. Yeah.
It was a little sketch. Is that what the kids say now? Sketch?
Is that an old term?
I've never heard that.
Sketch, like it was sketch. It was
like I know you mean like it was sketchy, right?
Yeah.
I've never heard someone say, "Yeah, that was sketch." It sounds like you should be in that Lindsay Lohan movie Mean Girls.
What?
You know, stop trying to make sketch happen. It's not going to happen.
It's not going to happen. You didn't go here. What were we talking about? Wait, so that was your first?
I think so.
Unsupervised car ride?
Yeah.
Nah, man.
Well, because everyone my age couldn't drive yet, so.
Oh, that is true. Yeah, fuck. All right. Well, that just threw everything off.
Threw a wrench in your plans there.
Okay. Well, what do you remember driving? Like, what was the first place you drove by yourself to? Where you were like, "Damn, I just got my license. I got my mom's car."
Damn, what was the
like that vine? I'm in my mom's car.
Vroom, 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 vroom. Get out in the car. Bitch, I know what vine you're talking about.
Shout out to everybody that knows what vine that is. I feel like I haven't met someone besides you that knows like every fucking vine.
Yes. That'll be the one. Nah.
What?
I don't remember where. I feel like it was. Oh, I do remember now.
Ooh.
It took me a second, but it clicked. I drove to practice.
Oh, like
I drove to track practice on a Saturday morning.
Okay.
And oh wow, I can't believe I didn't remember that for a while. And I remember because I went down Ogden all the way to Harlem.
Jesus.
And then I went down all of Harlem to get to the West Campus. Even though there's like a million better ways I could have gone.
Right. But that's like the only route you knew? Or what?
Yeah, that just seemed like the simplest thing to me.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I didn't realize that it was a further drive.
Jeez.
But I remember I drove there, practiced, and then I drove back, and I was just excited the whole time.
Hell yeah, like I get to drive home.
Yeah, I get to drive home. Like, I don't gotta wait on the bus.
Turn up the music just a little bit more than you usually do.
Right?
Yeah.
There's no parental advisories.
Right? Put the window down. Safety first.
Yeah, so that was great. That was the first time I drove after I got my license.
Nice. Yeah, that's cool. I remember the first time I drove that I didn't have a license, I fucking took a stop sign. It was horrible. Yeah. Made me a man. No.
Made you a man?
Yeah. But good shit, man. I think I don't know. All right, we have to hit him with a really good first before we get out of here.
All right, do you have one in mind or
no? I'm trying to think.
So I have. Okay, I'll talk about this one, and you try to think of a good first for yourself.
Ooh, okay. All right, I'll ask you one, then you ask me one. Ready?
Oh, okay.
Mine's gonna be super explicit.
Oh.
First time you seen a girl's tits without
what?
Like a real life, like real. You don't have to say who it was. You don't have to say like what year it was.
Put me on the spot like that.
Like,
so the year was 1738.
No shots. Okay, do you remember the location? Like, where? Like, was it like? Were you at a house? Was it like at a park?
At a park?
You'd be
public indecency and underage.
Okay, Mister, I play Xbox. You could have gotten kidnapped by your teacher
by playing Xbox online with them.
You seen the Smart Guy episode? They lure him in for video games.
Oh my god. Yeah, I remember where I was. So I was in a house in the living room on a couch.
Ooh!
I could tell you it was a red couch.
What?
I could tell you exactly how the house was set up. Came in through the back door.
Did it smell like house? You know, like
yeah,
you know what I'm talking about?
Smell.
Like everyone has a different house smell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, red couch. The TV was in a closet, like not a closet, but like a drawer. Not a drawer. What are they called? Where you put like the clothes in?
Oh, pantry.
No, a dresser that had like the big doors that opened out. Like
this. Yeah. So you could hide it.
Yeah, the TV wasn't one of those.
Yeah, this is an old school.
They had an
family.
Xbox.
Okay, so the little brother had an Xbox.
No, it was the dad's Xbox.
Oh shit! No, that dad's gonna beat your ass.
No, our dad was apparently their dad was a police officer.
God damn! No.
So I was never safer.
Wow. Right? Okay.
Yeah. So I remember that.
Do you remember like being like nervous? Like were you like holy shit? Like they're real.
They're the real.
They're real. This is the real deal. Like, no.
Code red, guys. Yeah. I mean, I was. Yeah.
I was fucking
freaking out.
Yeah. I was nervous for you. Man. I'm just finding out about this.
Oh man. See, I wish I didn't come up with one that explicit for you.
Hey man, you gotta go out with a bang.
No.
Mm-hmm.
And I think her parents came home early that day too.
Oh shit!
Yeah, that was
were you still there?
Well, yeah, that's how I know they came home early.
Oh damn! So it was one of those. We're just watching TV, but the drawer was the TV doors were closed.
No, that's what it was. I came in through the front door. I left through the back door.
My man.
That's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god, that man. Yeah, fuck. My heart started racing again just thinking about it.
That reminds me of I guess to get off the boobs real quick. Whew. It reminds me of that party we went to. Wait, were you there?
I don't know.
Where we the cops showed up and we all had to like run.
No, I don't think so.
Oh man, it was me, Abel, Cheech was there for sure. Al was there. Okay. That was the same party. Actually, speaking of first, that was the first time I ever got like super checked at a party by like gangbangers and stuff.
Oh, I remember this story. Yeah.
Yeah, and they were like, "What's up with your hat?" Blah, 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 blah. You know me, like all through high school, I wore hats.
I drink chocolate milk. I'm the chocolate milk guy. Chocolate milk guy.
Fucking, I'm still holding the chicken. Yeah, and the dude was like, "What's up with your hat?" Blah blah blah. I was like, "Dude, you're fucking 35, and this is like an 18-year-old party. Like, what are you doing? You know?"
Oh, that's always weird. I was wondering about that.
And then I don't even know what I was trying to like conjure up to say. Like,
yeah.
And then Al, shout out to our boy Al, came out of nowhere and was like, oh, blah, 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 blah. And like, I don't know if he just looked like meaner than I looked or like he just said the right thing, but the guy was like, all right, like, bet, you know? And then ever since then, I was like, dude, you just saved my life. Like,
but you didn't say bet though, right?
No.
All right, because if you did, that man was ahead of the game.
Yeah, no, I'm sure he said something stupid like, all right, bitch, or something. Like,
all right, bitch.
Yeah, a little pause.
You got a pause?
Yeah. So yeah, I remember that. I was super nervous for that.
All right, so let's finish it off with your first. Do you remember the first time that you got drunk at a party? Or I guess let me simplify that. The first time you just got drunk.
Or we're talking like wasted, like, or we're talking like, you know, I had a couple of mimosas. You know, I'm good to walk it off.
I guess I don't know, like wasted, yeah. Like the first time that like you went hard on drinking.
I feel like I've said this story before on here, but I'm gonna say it again for the new people.
All right, what is it?
What are those drinks called? The girls drink the ice.
The Smirnoffs.
Smirnoffs ice.
Smirnoff
whatever.
ice.
Yeah. Okay. So check this out. It was a hot ass summer day, right?
Okay.
And as you know, I was a guard back in the day, so it's super hot night. Our boy Ralph was having a party. He's like, "Hey man, come through. My parents are out of town. I got some people coming over." I was like, "All right, cool." I was like 17, maybe.
Okay.
I was like 17, 18. I didn't know where we would drink, right? But it was super hot. He did not have AC. So,
I remember that. Yeah, he didn't have AC in his house for the longest.
So he didn't have AC, right? So it's hot as hell. You know, everyone's sweating.
Yeah.
This party's popping, and someone, I don't know who brought them. Someone had a shitload of Smirnoff Ice.
Yeah.
Like, and these are like ice, like coolers. Like, they're not even like real like beers.
Yeah.
They taste like watermelon. You know, like. So I'm downing these like they're Kool-Aid, bro. Like I'm straight like, damn, this is great. Like I'm hot.
Did you even know they were alcoholic? I
mean, I didn't know that they were gonna fuck me up. I knew they were alcoholic, but I didn't know they were crazy.
But was it like?
And this is embarrassing because it's like, come on, bro, it's Smirnoff. What do you like? Fucking Mike's Hard Lemonade.
I guess did you not think that it was gonna mess you up because it tasted good?
Right, that was probably it.
Okay,
I was like, no, there's no way I can get drunk off of these.
Right.
Yeah. This is great. And then, so I downed a whole bunch of them. The point is, I got super drunk. And I mean, I'm not the only one that got drunk. Like, everyone was drunk. But I ended up crashing at his house.
Uh-huh.
I woke up in the morning. Dude, permanent marker everywhere. I got a dig on my face, like, right here. I got, like, this all tatted up.
Yeah.
My arms are all tatted up. I think at one point, Abel colored in my toes. And like, you know, tatted up my feet. And I woke up late and I was like, yo, I gotta go to work. But
yeah.
I can't be late. You know, I gotta go swim. And they're like, yo man, you should look in the mirror. Like you got a little something right here. And I was like, oh what? So I go and it's a big ass dick. So I was like, fuck it, I'm just gonna go. I work at a pool, I can just dive in, scrub it off. Bro, it's permanent marker.
It's permanent marker, bro.
But I mean,
you're making me nervous.
In the moment, I was like, you know. So then I actually still have a picture on my Facebook of me chilling at work that day, and I still have like rubbed off like drawings on my body. But that was the first time I remember like getting like drunk.
Damn,
that was bad.
Did you get a hangover at all, or like?
No, I don't remember a hangover whatsoever.
That's amazing.
There's a lot of nights where like I should have gotten a hangover. You know what's funny, man? Like now that we're getting older, like the hangovers just suck. You know, like but back then, like you just take an aspirin and you're good.
I don't know. They just always kind of sucked for me.
Really?
Yeah.
I remember like when hangovers were like, all right, I feel bad, but I'm still functioning. Now it's like I'm gonna die. You know, like yeah.
Damn, that's a good one. I feel like
that's
a good way to end it.
Yeah, man. So shout out to everyone's first time. Like that J. Cole song where he's like he lies about having sex for the first time.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. That was a good song.
Yeah. So yeah, man. It's been an episode of TretoWithOutARadio. Hope this isn't your first time listening. If it is, drink some Smirnoffs and get crazy. If it's not,
drink some Smirnoffs and get crazy.
Go look at a police officer's daughter. Oh, bro, man. What if he would have shot you? Like that would have been. Get off of my daughter. No. Like, you know, like slow motion.
Well, I would have been shot already.
Oh, yeah. That would have been a cool way to go, though. Some boobs in your face.
Not worth it.
No.
Not worth it.
Dude, imagine, like, I'm at your funeral and it's like, bro, I know Renee, man. They probably weren't worth it. I'm 100% they weren't worth it. We'll never know. Damn, who would I have a podcast with?
It's, it would just be you talking into the camera by yourself.
That would be weird. No. Alright, guys, thank you for tuning in. Catch us on Facebook, TretoWithOutARadio, Instagram, TretoWithOutARadio.
Go ahead, keep going.
YouTube, TretoWithOutARadio. Spotify, TretoWithOutARadio. You can catch us everywhere, alright? Catch us and we'll catch you back. This has been another episode of TretoWithOutARadio. Thank you for tuning in. I'm your host with the most, Renee from the other day.
That's right.
And thank you guys.